So to the meat of the matter now. I had posted on my Instagram story a few weeks before my first attempt to say that the pass mark is 75. However, I'm aiming for 85. That's where I'm putting my pass mark, right. So that was set in my brain, and in my past videos I've seen where I made my calendar to count down to span the whole work. So went into exam yesterday, prayed up the persons who were praying for me, who were there by my side all the way. You know yourself. Speak up to you. Yes, because if you never did that, I don't know what I would do. Trust me. Went into the exam yesterday, of course, more confident, knowing that I have an idea. Oh, sorry for the hair, guys. I actually just pulled out my hair fully, so I need to wash it and get it done, and I also don't mind that. Disclaimer. I should have said that from the start of the video. I got so caught up. Into the exam yesterday, more focused, more prayed up, fasted, everything. Yes. Sleepless nights, the early mornings to wake up to go to clinicals, days feeling like giving up, days when the devil just putting failure in right at the front of my mind. I'm saying, that's all I am, trying to fight the negative thoughts. Yeah, yesterday came down to just 4 hours of exam. Anyways, I went into the exam calm as possible. Got my 2 patients started my care, prioritized the whole works. Went through the day, did my medication administration first. Best believe that the same medication that I got the first time, that I messed up in the calculation for, the same medication is Pantecta. Yes, same Pantecta I got to calculate. And of course, I did that zoops. I'm like, okay, nurse. Based on my calculation, I calculated it to be certain amount of tablets. Is this correct? It's like, yes. I heard that. I'm like, through the exam I was just saying, thank you Lord for letting me pass this area. Thank you Lord. What should I do next, Lord? Let me remain calm, continue to remain calm. I was just praying, and I know others were praying for me, because really and truly, person just want to say pass, especially the nurses on the ward. Just want to my lecturers, just want to know that I passed the exam, because I know how critical it is. So I did that medication administration, got through that. Then I went to my dressing. Now for the dressing, if you're in nursing, maintaining the sterility, the sterile feel, all of that, cleaning the wound, describing it. Yes, all of that, critical, very critical. Gloving, especially gloving, that was the whole thing. Went through that, and through the process, I was just shaking. Like, every time, and I was sweating, I tell you. And I was just there passing the thing, and this is my hand shaking, transferring it to the next one over the 1-inch border, and I'm like shaking and transferring and shaking. At one point, the patient was like, relax, because thanks be to God, the patient I dressed on span day is the same patient I dressed the day before. I was practicing my dressing on her, and it's the same foot, because she has 2 dressing. The same foot that I dressed the day before, same one, end of dress for span. I'm like, wow, won't you look at God? Wow. Anyways, she was telling me, relax, man, because she saw how I was shaking. Oh my God. And my lecturer, my examiners, they had to be like, calm down, Miss Barrett, calm down. We don't stop you as yet, so you must be doing everything right so far. Just do what you need to do. And they were just there. And I'm like, I just need to get this over with. God, just help me to stay calm. And I'm there cleaning and covering and the whole works. Anyways, I went through that part. You see, when I finish that part of the exam, when I get through dressing, I'm like, oh. I just had to start thanking God in my mind. My other colleague was on the ward, and she went through both skills as well. And yeah, she went in to do her interview first, as in presenting her patients, and then I went afterwards. Went in the room, and that was the same room I went into when they told me that they have to really stop the exam and the whole work. So going back into that room was kind of a interesting moment, reflecting, and then what it is now. So went in there, started to present my patients, and my examiner was like, all right, move to this, just tell me about that, you care for the patient, where you prioritize. And I was just talking to a point where there's a section of it where it was like one of the next examiner was like, oh, I haven't heard you mention anything about such and such and such and such, which is like basically legal and ethical principles that you would do for the patient, autonomy, beneficence, confidentiality, all of that. The other examiner was like, but I've been seeing, she has been doing it. I've been seeing, like, I watch her care for the patient, I watch her maintain privacy, I watch her, ask the patient permission, all of that. Yes. So because I was going to start to line it out, because of course I know, like I know my handmaker autonomy. Just a simple thing as asking the patient, would you like to take the pill first, or would you like me to give you the injected medication first? Just allowing them to be a part of the care, for them to have a choice in their care. Beneficent to do good to the patient, did good to the patient by medicating the patient, and the whole work, maintaining confidentiality, asking the patient permission to share their information with you, my examiner. So I was going to line this out there, but as I say, she'd have already seen me doing all of that. So yeah. So when my examiner said, okay, Miss Barry, you can go and continue documenting and care by patient, and I got out of the room, I don't know how to explain it to you, but it was a relief. I'm like, wow, thank you, Lord. I made it through. I'm almost at the end. Continued to care for my patient, and we're there waiting for results. Two other colleagues on other wards that were doing exams, they got their results. They passed, thank you, Lord. And we were there because there's two of us on the ward that I'm on, was on. And finally, they called us upstairs to one of the next wards for us to go to the chief examiner and for us to finally get the final results. So we went up there, and I have to breathe, like, yes, because you're like, this is it. This is it. Some of my other colleagues that had passed the exam from the first attempt were there, so they were waiting outside and all of that. So my colleague went in first to hear her results, then I went in. Sat down, my examiner asked, alright, Miss Barrett, so before we tell you how we think you did or whatever, basically, that's what she was saying. I'm just paraphrasing, because I don't remember the exact words. She said, just tell us how you think you did in the exam. So I was just telling them my weeks, my strengths, and all of that. So then one of my examiners commented on how I was caring for my patient, advocated for my patient, prioritized my patient, basically did what I should. And then my chief examiner, she was sitting directly in front of me, and she just took out my paper. I think she was looking at skipping through, and then she just slid it to me so that I could, in the front of it had my name, my school, all of that, and in a little section at the bottom there on a line, it had the grade. You see, when I saw that grade, yeah, the water started going up in my eyes. Literally. My fear terrified by the teachers. I'm like, I was in shock. There were so many emotions going on. I felt so overwhelmed with emotions when I saw the grade. Remember earlier in the video I told you I set my pass mark for 85. I went to the exact grade, but I got above 90%. I'm just yesterday was a whole thing. I tell you, when I saw, I'm like, I was near the 100. I was shocked. When I tell you shocked, I was shocked. I was just thank you, Lord, oh my God, wow, I did it, we did it, God, anger that, like, yes, finally, the relief that I felt, I can't explain it. It's cannot to be explained now. It was a whole thing for me. And I'm saying delayed but not denied, and that's exactly what I wrote in the comment section, because there's an error on that same paper. I have to write the students' comment and the examiners write their comment. I wrote delayed but not denied. I give God thanks for this victory, and I continue to write some other things and sign my name, and I head out. All my classmates were at the door. They greeted me with excitement and the hugs, and that was it. So I'm sharing this story or my experience because this is now a testimony. I am a walking testimony of God's grace, of God's mercy. Because if it wasn't for Him, I don't know how I would have made it through to even pass the exam on the second attempt. Because trust me, to see that grade, yes, I went to the exam and did all of that, but it was the strength, the grace, the mercies of God that kept me through, that has been keeping me through nursing school. So at first I was wondering, should I really share this, because this failure business, I don't want to be looked at as a failure. But really and truly at this point I really don't care, because whether you want to see me as a failure or not, because I failed my first attempt at span, it is what it is. I'm not the first, won't be the last, and so I'm putting this on the internet. So for persons who feel like giving up, you might not fail at this specific exam, but whatever it is that you might, quote unquote fail at, or it's not your failure, it's delay. The Lord is delaying you for a greater reason. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Yes, when you see it or you're experiencing it in the moment, to say that, oh my God, I failed this exam. It is a lot. It's overwhelming. I pray that anybody is watching this video and ever faced that you're facing it now, that you will have, the Lord will bring persons to you to be in your corner to support you, because support is extremely important. It is really important. A person's encouraging me to say, Aneikia, you can do it. You are going to do it. You are going to pass that exam on your second attempt, and that kept me going. So I pray the Lord will send you persons to be in your corner to encourage you as you go through the process, as you refocus and you go back at it again. And if you don't get a chance to go back at it, don't let that get to you. Don't let that allow you to see yourself less than who you are. You are capable. You are well capable, and the Lord will bring you through. If you're in nursing school, I know a lot of nursing students, they fear this exam. They fear it, because one can miss up. Fail any of those asterisk marks, the entire exam you fail. Even if you get above the pass mark, once one of those asterisk marks fail. And then we can understand the reason why they put these as asterisk points, because going into nursing, you have basically people like me, and so even if this calculate a medication wrong and give the wrong dose, that can cause a person to die, and we don't want that. So as much as possible, they try to put these asterisk marks to ensure that these steps have to be followed through the exam. You have to get this right from now, so that when you go into the hospital setting, clinical setting, or wherever you're dealing with somebody's mom, somebody's dad, somebody's grandma, somebody's son, daughter, whoever it is, you take it seriously. And it really let me look at things differently. It's that this is not a walkover. As much as nursing school is hard, it's serious business getting into nursing. It is. And for me, who want to be a pediatric nurse, when it comes to caring for those little ones, it is very critical. You have to know to calculate the medication accurately, know what type of care to give to the patient. There's a whole thing like very detailed for them, detailed assessment, make sure that nothing will miss you. So I'm just giving the Lord thanks for the victory. I'm giving the Lord thanks for using me as a testimony. I never see it like this way at first, but I know there are a lot of persons who look up to me, especially who are in nursing school. I'm telling you this, the Lord is able to bring you through. Let your faith be greater than your fear. And if for some reason you go in an exam and you are delayed, don't let that define you. There's a greater purpose, and you will make it through. I'm now a living testimony of that. Failure does not define you. It's just a delay for something greater, and it's what you do with the failure. Because I could have taken the failure and said, I'm not attempt this again because it don't gone bad already. I'm not going to continue practicing or studying or whatever. It's just what it is. But I use that failure as a stepping stone to propel me forward, to say that, hey, I can do this and I will do this. Use it as a stepping stone to build me into a better individual. So later down in life, somebody comes to me and say, I feel like this. Can you help me how to navigate? If for some reason another delay is ahead of me in my journey of life, I know that God brought me through this situation, and He will take me through whatever it is that I may face. So, yeah. So as it relates to what's happening now, after that major exam I've passed, I'm now home. Practically, I have my license exam to do in October. So even though I passed this exam, I'm basically done with nursing school. By the way, yes. Basically, I'm done with nursing school. but I have my license exam to do. I cannot work as a nurse if I am not licensed, so I have to, you know, start preparing for that exam. That's a community written exam, but you know, it's really critical, so I have to start studying for that exam. And yeah, we'll do it in October, get it through. I think results come out by December thereabouts. Graduation is at the end of October, I think. So a whole lot is in store, and of course I will continue to update you as the weeks go by. This is now life after nursing school. So this chapter or series that I started, the final chapter, it's basically, I think this will be the final video. Whatever other videos I'll be doing will be life after nursing school. I'm so excited. I'm like, wow, 4 years of nursing school, and it's yes, this is it. I'm really grateful. I truly am. I really am. And I pray that as I continue to make these videos, that it will be an inspiration to someone that is going through nursing school or will go through nursing school, whatever it is. So, as I said, I'll continue to update you as I go through each week preparing for that license exam, graduation. As a matter of fact, let me leave that one for now. Yeah, let me leave that one for now. But yes, if you reached this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And if you have not yet done so, if you're watching this video for so long and have not subscribed, then please to do so right now. Just a little tap on the subscribe button won't hurt. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video, watching the next video. Bye bye.